Hey, good morning, YouTube. It's Sandman. Today is Thursday, March 30th, the end of the month already. Got a few things going on today. I'm heading to work right now. I got to cross into Kentucky today, do some training for the company I work for, which is Double Kiwk convenience stores. I am going to be working at the Grundy Double Kiwk that is being constructed as we speak. If I've not shown you guys that store, here's some footage. So that's going to be our Double Kiwk here in Grundy. It's right next to Walmart. It's going to be awesome. About a dozen pumps, 24-hour service, well lit, really excellently stocked convenience store, awesome food options. It's not just your usual gas station food affair. It's not just chicken and greasier chicken. They have a lot of healthy alternative meals like boot camp salads and peanut butter and jelly and apples and fruit, and it's really out of the box convenience store options. So, but after work today, I'm meeting my good pal Michael Dotson, who's running the Pro Wrestling Club meeting with myself this Saturday. It's our inaugural meeting in honor of WrestleMania this Sunday. It is WrestleMania weekend, so big weekend at my household. My dad and my brother, sometimes my father-in-law, Sam's dad, will partake and come watch with us too. He's a big wrestling fan. Shout out to Eddie. You the man, Big John. So yeah, after work, gonna catch up with Michael. Him and I gotta do some last-minute stuff about the overlay with the meeting this Saturday, which is 10 a.m. All my wrestling pals in this vicinity of this area, I hope you guys can attend. 10 a.m. till noon, right here in Grundy, Buchanan County Public Library. So I'll catch you guys after work. See you guys in about 9 hours or so. Sandman out for now. And we're live at Buchanan County Public Library. Got my bud here, Michael Dotson.
What's up?
He and I are launching the first ever Pro Wrestling Club meeting this Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon. Michael's got a fantastic format laid out for our meeting. Very exciting. I'm stoked for you guys to see it. Michael, would you care to share some of the details of how this is going to go down come Saturday morning?
Oh yeah, when we come in, we'll start discussing some of the pro wrestling news going into WrestleMania. Go over the Hall of Fame from the night before.
Right.
Maybe share our opinions on who we would like to see maybe go in next year.
Talk about best dress, worst dress on the red carpet.
Yeah, little red carpet talk.
Why, yeah.
Preview NXT TakeOver that night.
Right.
Discuss NXT and where we think they're going. And
can the NXT brand be salvaged from this point, or has it been gutted to the point of obscurity?
And the effects that it's had on the WWE. I think it's become a great feeder system for them. We will do what I like to call old school flashback, where I'll give you a WrestleMania match,
right,
of my choosing,
right,
that I recommend. We do another part called Two Thumbs Up, where we'll give you a recommendation on a wrestling-related movie or documentary.
Sweet.
More than likely something you can probably find on the WWE Network.
Oh, Suburban Commando, let's do it.
Yeah. We're going to do some wrestling trivia.
Oh, yeah.
I've got about 30 different questions and stuff that only, I believe, the true hardcore fans would know.
Excellent. Looking forward.
And then, of course, the meat of the meal, the WrestleMania 33 preview. We'll go down the entire card, all 13 matches.
Sweet.
Preview and give predictions. Then discuss the WWE and where we think they're going with a lot of their storylines following WrestleMania 33. And we'll also talk about our next meeting, which I'll go ahead and tell that if everything goes well, will be
spoiler alert.
Will be August the 19th, the day before SummerSlam.
Okay.
And we'll finish up the meeting with giving out door prizes.
So I still have a few months to get my beach body ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. And we was also going to give a few predictions on this video. Harry, what do you think about the Cruiserweight title match, Neville and Austin Aries?
I think Aries has got a lot to prove to the division, to someone like Neville, who's been doing the work tirelessly.
Yeah.
The only time he was off is when he was hurt. Since he's returned, he's been busting his butt. I like his heel character.
Yeah.
Austin Aries has a lot to prove to me as someone who was not a fan of him in TNA. So that's how I feel.
I have to say, I think the title switches hands here. I believe Aries comes out on top in this match.
Well, I'm going to go with Neville.
Okay. The next one, we've got the 4th annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I believe, I personally believe that most of us can agree that Braun Strowman, this is his match.
It'd be silly for anyone but Strowman to come out strong on this one.
I really actually think it's they should have had something else for him besides this, but with the push that they've been giving him, I don't see no reason why he wouldn't come out on top in this one. And by the way, these 2 matches that I just listed are both on the pre-show. That was announced the other day.
Which I'm going to miss.
As well as the SmackDown Women's title match. As of right now, we know Mickie James, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi will be involved in
Naomi's back, and that was unexpected surprise. Very happy to see her back in fighting shape.
SmackDown.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, Harry, but I'd say that's
Naomi wins the strap back.
Yeah, I'd say so, considering
she's been busting her butt since 2010 Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah. Long time coming, her holding that belt.
Oh, yeah. And now with the main card, we've got, it was announced the other day on Raw, the day after Raw, actually, on Tuesday, that the Raw Tag Team title match will be a triple threat ladder match now. Enzo and Big Cass, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and Cesaro and Sheamus. What do you think about this one, Harry?
Anything with the club is always entertaining. And Sheamus and Cesaro bring an element of brutality and precision that no other team has. I don't know how much longer those two will be together, but while they are, I enjoy seeing them work together.
So what's your pick for this match?
I see the club retaining.
I think at this time last year, Enzo and Big Cass was awaiting their debut the night after WrestleMania. I see them as coming through, real crowd pleaser here. I'd say this match will probably be what opens the show.
The realest guys in the room take the gold?
Yeah.
Well, that's Mike's prediction. I'm going with the club. Too sweet.
Next up, we got the Intercontinental title match. Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. What do you see in this one, Harry?
I see a very flat personality in Corbin. It's hard to be excited for anything he's in, personally. I'm a huge Ambrose fan.
I'm not really much into the...
Last year they stuck Ambrose with Brock, and he did his best to make that entertaining, even though he was...
Yeah.
It was a folly attempt, When you put Lesnar in monster mode, no one's going to get the win. But I feel Ambrose will come out on top. He's going to retain and make Corbin look lousy like he already does.
Yeah, I agree on that one. I just really believe there needs to be more put into the Baron Corbin character. Next up, a match that has received a lot of attention on SmackDown, the intergender tag match with Nikki Bella, John Cena.
The hype is real on this one.
Versus The Miz and Maurice.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I really think that Miz has done some of his best work in...
Can I share something?
Career. Yeah.
I've gotten my wife into watching Total Bellas and Total Divas the last few years, and she's very, very interested in how this match is going to play out because she really wants to see Nikki drop Maurice.
Yeah.
And
it's got a real feel to it.
The Sting, this kind of carries over with Miz messing with Daniel Bryan all those months ago on Talking Smack. That kind of vibe of the jealousy of the Total Bellas, Total Diva cast members. And so, I think it's a shoo-in for Cena to, mop the floor with Miz.
Yeah. I too think John Cena and Nikki Bella will win, and
they're going to win strong too. It's not going to be close.
Surprise after this match. I've read this online too that they think that this might be the time where they have their Randy Savage Liz moment, and Cena proposes to Nikki at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got the U.S. title match, a feud that has been building for quite a while. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. How do you see this one going, Harry?
I love the footage of KO wearing the Jericho shirt when he was a teenager.
From when he was younger, yeah.
It shows the gravity of the age difference in these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And the level of expertise that Jericho is just striding on right now.
Yeah, you got to think Jericho's been going hard for well over 20 years now.
Compared to when Jericho was KO's age and the guys who were veterans during Jericho's time, how lousy they were in the ring, as in pushing, and he's the exact he's really lived up to that. He would never do what Hogan, Macho Man, and all the other towering, heavy, old school guys that didn't want to push younger guys did.
Yeah.
He's really gone against that.
I really don't see no reason for KO to
lose,
have the U.S. title, but from my understanding, Jericho will be.
He's going on
tour.
He's going on tour.
I'd say Jericho.
I'll be surprised if
Kevin Owens.
I'd be surprised if KO don't get that belt.
Yeah. Next up, probably one of the better matches of the night for the true wrestling fan, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the Raw Women's title with Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, and Nia. They've just, for the past 6-7 months, it seems like this title has just been a hot potato, basically. And
too many changes.
With that said, I really think that they probably need to give Bayley more time and keep
let her retain
and keep building the character up. How do you feel on that?
The fan in me wants Bayley to retain because I like her. I admire her attitude and her work ethic.
Yeah.
But on paper, Nia Jax should be champion if it was based on statistics, on her strength.
Next up, you've got a big program from SmackDown, Shane McMahon and AJ Styles. Shane's always good for a tremendous bump in matches like this. But I really see after losing last year at WrestleMania, I believe AJ really needs to win here to push him on to possibly a title match after WrestleMania. How do you feel on that one?
At first, I felt cheated that AJ was stuck with Shane.
Yeah.
I felt it was an inferior opponent for AJ.
Yeah.
But now they've built the feud up in the little bit of time they've had to an acceptable level.
It was done real quick.
What can I say? He's an incredible human being, just like his dad. So I think it'll be a thrill ride of a match, which is the theme of this year's WrestleMania. But we're going with AJ for sure.
Yeah. Next, we have the, as they're calling it, the non-sanctioned match between Seth Rollins and Triple H. I'm really not sure what the rules in this match entails. If it's just basically just a street fight or what it is. But I really believe Seth Rollins comes out on top in this one. I think Triple H has shown, I know a lot of people criticizes him and everything, but he has shown as being a guy that will put over the younger talent. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but if you look at the facts, the man's got 11 losses at WrestleMania, more than any other.
He's paid his dues.
Yeah, and he's more about the product, and I really believe he'll put Rollins over here. And Seth Rollins comes out with a victory.
I just hope Samoa Joe doesn't get involved and it just stays between Hunter and
I have a feeling that may happen.
That I'm not a fan of.
Considering you have to, I know they'll want to try to get Joe on the show somehow. And, everything.
Maybe Balor will come to Seth's aid. I don't know.
Maybe.
It doesn't make sense, but maybe.
Next up, we have The Undertaker and Roman Reigns.
It's a peculiar situation.
I've heard rumors recently that The Undertaker, after WrestleMania, in a very short time in the Rumble, was he was hurt pretty bad.
He's not bouncing back like he used to.
No, he sure isn't.
Even on Raw a few weeks ago when Roman hurt him, it gave him great difficulty getting up. You can see he was physically in pain. He was hurting.
The man's getting older, and we've heard the retirement thing for probably the last 15 years.
Right.
Originally, from what I understand, Randy Orton was the one kind of dubbed to be the one to break the streak and, you got to look. That was
when Hunter didn't do it. I didn't think anyone would, but here we are.
Yeah.
I see Roman winning this.
I do too.
Not only winning it, but I see Taker tipping his hat to Roman as a sign to the universe to go ahead and lay off Roman some and give him a chance to.
The passing the torch.
They're going to continue to force Roman to be face. And this is their last attempt at that by having Undertaker giving him a nod.
But the thing is, I do believe that if they have Reigns win, that puts him in a heel spot. Because, of course, nobody wants to see the Undertaker lose at WrestleMania.
Or you could have Lesnar beats Goldberg, and then you have Roman feud with Lesnar as the two men that have been taking Taker at WrestleMania, making Roman face.
That was rumored to be possibly the program that we would be looking at next year, Brock and Roman.
It could be as early as this SummerSlam, too. They could fast-track it.
Yeah.
Lesnar's contract's coming up.
And the next match has received a lot of TV time and has been built up for quite a while. I think all of us seen the eventual turn of Randy Orton happening as he turned on Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And we'll be facing him for the WWE World Title. Do you see Bray holding on to the strap here or losing it to Randy?
I'd like for Bray to retain, and
I really believe he needs more time.
I believe Bray deserves it, and he deserves a better run as champion, as a heel, as a top-level heel.
Yeah.
But it's WrestleMania, you never know. They could give it to Randy as a attaboy thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Orton has done some excellent.
In my heart, I think Orton's going to win, but I would prefer Bray.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also going to say Randy will probably win, but I'd really like to see Bray hold on to it and get a little more time with it.
Does Randy really deserve 13 times as champion?
Yeah, that's right. That'll make 13. Unlucky 13.
What a club that is. There's Cena, there's Flair, Cena, Triple H, and then Randy.
Yeah, that's true. And then what'll probably be the main event, which I'm not sure I personally would put it in the main event slot. You have the Universal title match between Goldberg and Lesnar. I mean, are we going to see another 30-40-second match, or are we going to see,
I'll just tell you what I want. I'm not saying I'm going to get this, but I hope both guys put in the work and they undo that horrible match they had in 20.
Yeah.
They really need to expunge that from the history books.
I kind of wonder if they've not been covering up the fact that maybe Goldberg hasn't been ready for the ring and having these short matches, because even though he's been in the ring 30, 40 seconds, if you look at him after the match, he looks like he's gone 30. I mean, he's blowed up. He's, he's tired in only a short amount of time.
I would like to see Bill win the match, but it's going to be by the skin of his teeth. I want to see a battle. I want both men to be whooped. I don't need a handshake or anything at the end. I just need Goldberg retaining, but then leaving the very next night. Yeah. And then putting the belt up for grabs.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
As a Goldberg
So
guy.
What's your prediction here?
I'm going to go against the grain and say Goldberg wins.
Wow.
By the skin of his teeth.
I got to disagree there. I really believe that with what he's been through here recently with the quick match and everything, I believe this is the one that Brock will come out on top in.
Will it be a challenge, or he's going to walk through?
I definitely got to believe that they make this match into a legitimate match. Not
20 minute.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well,
maybe 15.
Yeah.
15 to 20.
10, maybe 10 to 15, maybe. But that's the card. 13.
I really hope Heyman gets hit.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So you have 13 matches. You have 3 on the pre-show. You have basically about 7 hours of wrestling.
Right.
Starting at 5 to 7, you'll have the pre-show with the 3 matches that we went over. And then the main card will start at 7 and be 4 hours long. And or probably 4.5 more than likely, as they went over about 30 minutes last year. So that's the rundown of the card and our predictions. And just want to remind everybody to join us here at the Buchanan County Public Library this Saturday, 10 o'clock. We'll be here, and we hope to see y'all here as well.
Door prizes.
Yep, door prizes.
Well, that's it, guys. We're counting on seeing you guys on Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon. Until then, catch you all later. Sandman and Michael out.